Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. If you are new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. I'm here to make spirituality fun and accessible for you. Please remember, take what resonates and leave what does not resonate. You are the creator of your reality. You're the one who gets to decide using your free will how you get to live your life. It's always up to you. Okay. So I'm excited for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking into your past life, and I wanted to do this because I've been feeling called to focus on it, just out of curiosity, like in books and reading about it and how the energy works. And I did do a past life reading for myself. And it told me exactly about the previous life I lived. Some of you may have been reincarnated many times. Maybe you're very much old souls, but I really wanted to be open and creative with this. So I'm open to whatever past life wants to come through for you. Some of us shared some past life themes. So what we're going to be getting is some past life themes that you've experienced for each pile. We're going to be getting the theme. And I wanted to look into this because I feel like we bring a lot of our past life gifts with us. We're accumulation of everything that we've experienced. And our soul goes from each incarnation to learn something, to gather something, to experience something of value. Life in itself is valuable. So I set out the intention very clearly with my guides, your guides, is that we're looking into what valuable information can you know and utilize from your past life. How can you bring that into this lifetime and make use of it somehow? I think this is going to be a huge boost to probably some people's confidence. Maybe you felt drawn to a certain pathway and you were wondering, why am I so drawn to this? Well, maybe it's because in a past life, you were also drawn to the same thing. And in this lifetime, you get to experience it from a different perspective, or you get to evolve it. You know, we're learning, growing, expansive, and evolving beings. So I'm really curious to know, what is your evolution? What are you experiencing? Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a fabulous read. We're going to have 3 groups to choose from. Please feel free to check out any of the content on this channel. I do channel messages for the collective. I have a series called The Wake Up Call, where I talk about the awakening experience, and another series called Manifesting with the Divine, where I talk about channeling and how I manifest. I also have another channel called Shantia's New Chapter. This is my first channel where I experimented and tried some things out, but it's also a channel now where I go to talk about and speak about lessons that I've learned in my life that have helped to bring me to where I'm at now. So if you're interested in any of that content, please feel free to check it out. I'm going to link everything down below for you. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I receive it, and I'm sending it back to you. And definitely through these readings, this is my way of saying thank you and thank you again. This has been a incredible unraveling process this entire year, and I plan on making a video. Not today, because I still have to do a little bit more studying about all the transits that are happening in 2023, because I was wondering what was going on, because collectively I kept getting the same messages in the readings, and there is a reason why. So we're going to look into that, and I work from Vedic astrology, so it's going to be from the perspective of Vedic astrology. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. Hi beautiful souls, welcome to the point where you get to pick and choose your pile. So let me go ahead and introduce the piles and the groups to you. So we have group number 1 with the jadeite. We have group number 2 with the amethyst. We have group number 3 with the sodalite pendulum. Let us go ahead and do our meditation. Please meditate on the group or the groups that best resonate with you. Here's your singing bowl. Hey, group number one, if you chose this lovely green jadeite, then this is going to be your reading. So we're going to be looking into your past life, the themes coming up from your past life, and this is going to give you any kind of confirmation or additional information you may need in regards to this lifetime that you are creating for yourself. Or this could be just like a fun read that you do where you get to dive into what your past life may have been. So as usual, I'm going to go ahead and I will pull energies first, and then I will meditate with the crystal, read with that. Then I will unveil your oracle cards pre-chosen by spirit, and then I will use the tarot for additional inquiries or clarifications here. Okay, so guides, dial me into the energies of group number one. Okay, that was weird. Okay. That was clear. That was weird. That was very glitchy. Okay, so the first image I got was, it looked like a face that was really close. So I feel like the past life that you've experienced, there is some kind of prominence around who you were. I'm sure perhaps you've experienced many lifetimes, but you have, okay, so this is what I'm getting for this group. You have experienced many different lifetimes, including, I don't know if there's like a different world energy. I was getting a little bit of like an alien-like energy or vibe. So that's very interesting. So perhaps you have experienced life on other planets and you decided to come to this one and experience life too. Definitely not your first rodeo. And from that vision alone, I definitely get leader vibes, leader energy for you guys. I feel like you were definitely a leader in regards to something that you were doing in a previous lifetime. And I'm getting this energy of like research or collecting data or information. So there might be something about you where you're fascinated, like you have an endless curiosity about life on Earth or humans or how we interact, or like people are weird. I'm so curious about people and why they do what they do. But to me, the face coming up close, and it actually looked like it was the shape of a rabbit. To me, rabbits are symbolic of fertility and not really sitting still. So there's something about I think you're here in this lifetime to be very like creative and abundant with like ideas. Very curious mind, very like inspecting, like very curious. You want to expect, or you want to know, or you want to look closely, or you want to look into things or why they operate the way that they do. I think you guys have quite a scientific mind. Even if it's a bit abstract, it feels quite scientific. So perhaps in a previous lifetime you studied things, or I'm not getting that you did it here. You may have been a scientist maybe in your previous lifetime, but I'm getting that maybe you did it in somewhere else, not here. Because I just keep getting this information, this feeling of like foreign and here to study. Like here to study us, our human race. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else I can pull for you guys, and we'll meditate with the jadeite. Let me know about this group's past life, guides. What are we wanting them to know in this reading here? Why am I having a hard time focusing, or why is the energy so glitchy today? Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can... Okay. I was getting a lot of sun energy for you guys. So there's something about like bright energy, attention, whatever you did do in your past lifetime, you were well known for it. Or like you were well known for being a part of something, some kind of project. I saw a building being created or erected. So maybe you're part of some kind of architectural, historic experience. And I'm getting like Aries energy, like you guys were quite confident. I'm getting like fire. So it's this energy of like, I'm here to... It's not that you were here to... It felt very Knight of Wands. Like I'm on a mission to create something. I'm on a mission to establish something here. And it didn't feel like I'm here to do it for the people, or I'm here to do it for me. It's like I'm here to do it because I just have a strong sense of I have to do it. dutiful. That's kind of what I'm getting. The energy felt quite dutiful. Okay, let's see what else we can get from this jadeite. Okay, I'm hearing large appetite for life. So that kind of takes me to a lot of the fixed signs, or sort of that bigger atmosphere, like any kind of Jupiterian. So Pisces, Sagittarius, or Leo. Big appetite. Could be Aries as well. And Scorpio and Taurus. Taurus literally has an appetite. Something about like a big appetite for life. Like I want to experience it all. So I think you guys have experienced the previous lifetimes where you've experienced a lot materially. So probably in this lifetime, more than likely, you feel more called to focus on less material building. It's not that you're not focused on it or you won't create it, or material beings, you are supposed to create it, but you've mastered it, perhaps. And in this lifetime, you're just here to experience the other aspect of it, of like connection, being connected to yourself. Okay, so I am seeing scientific, so I'm seeing like a shot, like something collecting DNA or data. So something about like scientific information or studying things here, or studying species. Perhaps in previous lifetime you've studied, you could have studied anything, animals, insects, scientists. You could have been a scientist in your previous biology. Something about studying. Yeah. I mean, sometimes this jadeite takes me to like leaves or nature or being in nature, like enjoying being in nature. So perhaps you've experienced previous lifetimes where you've studied and really loved being in nature. Let's see. Anything else? I think that might be it. Whatever you did in a previous lifetime, it's very interesting. Your energy is quite detached. Like there's a detachment here. It's quite, I just keep getting like a scientific mind, or quite detached. Like here to observe. Ooh. Chills. Okay, so let's go ahead and unveil your oracle cards and see what's going on. Okay. Ah! The first card I flipped, this is eyeglasses. Assessment, evaluate, review, analyze, opinion, judgment. Okay. There we go. We have your dynamite. Okay, you were very passionate in your previous lifetime. So you definitely studied. You're studying something in your previous lifetime and you were very passionate about it. Yeah, so probably a scientist of some sort. Just here to study. It's always interesting how the information comes in visually. Yes, look at that. Look at you, thought 16. Very analytical. You guys have probably strong Mercury from the previous lifetime. Just like studying, like thinking about things. Yeah, you were here to contribute to society in some way with your martyr. So whatever research you did do in your previous lifetime, it was very selfless. It was very selfless. It was just like, I'm here to contribute to society in some way. Because you had like an appetite for needing to know about something, needing to know more. Okay, we'll go back to that one. Oh, wow. Very selfless. That's beautiful. Okay, you were a mystic in your previous lifetime too. And you were a very good builder. Oh, wow. Very mysterious. This card cracks me up. It's like, I'm trying to know about your past life, and the guys are like, nope. We're not going to tell them that much. But you have the High Priestess here, and we have secrets. You guys were definitely a mystic in your previous lifetime. So you actually mastered being a mystic. Maybe you were a mystic in the Egyptian times. I don't know, like a priestess of some sort during a different period of time. But there might be something almost like alien about you with this Nick Secrets. I keep getting this energy of like, you're here to study humanity. I mean, maybe intuitively we all are to some degree, but it almost feels like otherworld-like. Okay. So let me go ahead and let's just go ahead and go over your cards. So we have your eyeglasses: assessment, perspective, review, analyze, seeing things clearly, the fine print, look closer, focus, awareness, check the details. Okay, so from what I gather of this energy, you most definitely like to be involved with the community or with people some way and somehow. I don't really see you. I don't know. There is a scientific side, perhaps, where you were collecting data and information. And I think you were quite successful at it because we've here Capricorn. So usually that's my legacy. That's legacy energy. That's like that 10th house energy of putting in a lot of work and determination to accomplish some kind of goal here. And I think you most definitely, you're very ambitious and you follow the steps. You're very practical in that sense when it came to your job or what you were doing. But you had like a dualistic side to you. I don't know if they're showing me, to be honest, I don't know if they're showing me multiple lifetimes here. I said past life. Who were you in a past life? But they might be showing me, because they want you to know all of this about yourself. So let's just say, because I'm not going to try to line it up with a specific, like, oh, you were a doctor and a mystic. And no, this might be coming from previous, like, multiple lifetimes. But you were definitely scientific. You like studying. You've I feel like completed the materialistic. This is the completion of materialism with Capricorn energy. Completion of, as in ambitions. Like, I'm going to be ambitious. So this is probably quite natural to you to tap into ambition as best as you can. Hold on, let me turn this down a little. Okay. Yeah, I think this comes quite naturally to you, is thinking you may be in this lifetime thinking like, oh, okay, I'm going to have a career and da-da-da, but it feels a little bit natural to you. Like, there's something, though, where intuitively, if you use your intuition to guide you, I feel like that's where your superpower is, because we have here the High Priestess. So it's like you're a natural priestess here when it comes to getting information and downloads. You know how to work with the universe with that Nick's secrets. You know how to tap into the ether to access information. So if you were interested in figuring out how do I build abundance in this lifetime, because we're still material beings, we do have to create abundance here in physical material experiences, then you might want to just use your intuition to guide you. Like use it, like really use it, take advantage of it. With this dynamite, excitement, passion, action, suspense, you were an action taker in your previous lifetime. You were a go-getter. With that dynamite energy, yeah, there's just something about there. You had an unstoppable energy behind you when it came to wanting to accomplish your goals. So it didn't matter what the limitations were. You weren't concerned about any of those limitations. I think I'm actually getting a little bit of a free-spiritedness that you managed to access in your previous lifetimes, like the culmination of what they're showing me. So you managed to tap into this free-spiritedness in a sense that you didn't really identify with this thing or that thing, because you have a combination of a healthy detachment. To me, it's what you need in spirituality, is you need a healthy detachment in combination with a compassion for life, as well as like a curiosity and openness, like an open-mindedness. I think you were quite open. And the reason why you're quite open in this lifetime is because you did the literal studying and understanding of society and the way it works. And you're like, oh, okay. Okay, I've tried it this way. I've tried this method. I tried that method. Now I just want to live it up in this lifetime. So with the 16 thoughts, yeah, very much analytical thinker, powerful mind here. Always meditating, always thinking about things. I think you definitely had time. There's an introverted energy here. You definitely had time to think about things deeply and process what your experiences felt like, which is probably how you were able to eventually, whether that's the next lifetime or in that lifetime, you were able to tap into spirituality quite powerfully. Because if you think about it, a lot of powerful spiritual teachers, they're very scientific too. They get very curious and analytical. And once they see past the material and they open up, they realize the material and spiritual are part of like one experience. So once they make that connection and they open their mind, like a lot of scientists, the ones who study physical, what is it? Not physical science, but quantum physics. Like, you have to have a very open mind to study quantum physics. Okay, so we have here martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So you were definitely open to helping people in a previous lifetime. Very open. Very giving in that nature. I almost felt like to the point where you were either just like focus on building or studying something, and maybe less interested in like creating a family. I'm seeing someone who just, they seem so like involved and passionate about their job or their work and what they're doing or to the cause, as opposed to I'm gonna be about relationships. And yeah, I that's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. Definitely getting masculine energy. I was seeing a guy, but it doesn't matter. Definitely getting masculine energy. Okay, so the Capricorn energy, the clarifier for this is the sextile, a combination of tension and flow, a potential and rewarding situation with the Capricorn. So I think in previous lifetimes you did struggle. So to me, this makes me think of rags to riches. I think in previous lifetimes you've experienced having nothing to having a lot, and where you've had to figure out how to build. I was seeing like a building being created. I think you've taken risk in previous lifetimes where you decided to gamble or like invest in something, invest in a business or invest into this, and it ended up being a success. So I think you have a good knack for investing into long-term long-term situations that ultimately pay off. So these are all your gifts that you have, you brought into you with this lifetime. Very open-minded with this 39 Nick secrets, very open to the ether. You are a mystic, high priestess, harness mystic power. With this martyr energy, I feel like you may have been probably a literal priestess in your previous lifetime, where you actually helped your village or your tribe to overcome any kind of illness, is what I'm getting with that scientific energy. Illnesses or any fears of or limitations. I feel like if you were a feminine figure with a high priestess energy, you're probably a very much a prominent feminine figure in your tribe, because you had a strong intuition that was of value. So like what I was trying to say, it's hard to articulate it, but let me try. I feel like in your previous lifetime, you had a strong sense of self. Strong sense of self. So you probably came in this lifetime with a strong sense of self, strong sense of independence and free-spiritedness. I feel like you were most definitely reincarnated. Like maybe there's a combination of lifetime energies that are coming together, and you are reincarnated for the perfect lifetime where you can just be free to express yourself in all of these areas. You can be scientific, you can get into that masculine brain and use your logic, but you can also use your feminine magic too and not be punished for it or judged for it or anything. You were definitely in a period of time where you used your high priestess mystic power where you were not being judged for it. You were actually being respected for it. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so with this crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. So you've had a powerful crown chakra in your previous lifetime. I was thinking of a powerful mind, crown chakra, and mine are kind of connected together in a sense here. But you have a powerful crown chakra, so you get really intense downloads from the universe. You've always been divinely connected. I'm getting from previous lifetimes with this high priestess energy, you were sort of like the golden child in a sense, like you realized your intuition early on and then you would use it, or some of you may have like developed it later on, but I don't know. I'm just getting, there's a support system around you. So either your tribe supported you to do this, to pursue this endeavor, or you figured it out and you found a group of people who would support you. We have here elevate support. So you know how to be, most definitely you have been a feminine at one point or time, and you know how to be very dialed into your feminine energy and part of the feminine community. You know how to give support to other people. I'm getting strong sisterhood energy as opposed to motherhood. You may have been a mother in your lifetime or so, but I'm getting a strong sisterhood, strong respect, strong tribal leader, high priestess energy for here to support their people. There's an innate respect and understanding for cycles of life I'm also getting. So we have your companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness, and you see two women keeping each other company. So to me, Um, you know how to, so you're a very loyal person. You know how to, so, okay, this is what I'm getting. I have to stare at it for a moment. In this lifetime, you have connected with your soul tribe and your soulmates, or you will connect with the same people, where you feel a natural sense of loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. You may have actually been raised up in a family where you have and experience these qualities: loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness in connections. So more than likely, those people are your soulmates. Those people have been reincarnated with you for you to support each other. I feel like maybe for some of you that might be a sister or someone who feels like a sister to you, who you've reincarnated with here. And you guys are here to help elevate each other in your journey. But you feel very like seniority with this High Priestess energy. To me, you feel spiritually more evolved, perhaps. But you always want to come back. Maybe you've asked to come back because you want to help your fellow sisters from your previous tribal past lifetimes to evolve in this lifetime too. But very spiritual connections to feminines is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some really cool messages from your past life self and encouraging messages before we pull some tarot. We have here, my partner is cheering at the sign of my enormous success. Okay, so definitely soulmate energy for this. Yeah, so I'm getting a strong vibe that you guys have been most definitely reincarnated to experience a soulmate who is very supportive, like super supportive of your success. So whether this is a lover or friends, I'm getting it's a combination of both. It's not just going to be one thing, but you guys are most definitely, you have a very beautiful relationship with your soulmates in this lifetime for them to help support you, and you support them in their journey. But you guys are here to create like success, right, with that Capricorn energy. So you came back in this lifetime with ambition again, like you're ready for it again. But most definitely, yes, your soulmate, you will be reincarnated with your soulmate in this lifetime. It just feels so positive and like easy. That's all I'm getting. We have here, I'm thriving. Okay. So in your past life, you were thriving. I'm getting in all areas of abundance. So I'm just getting that that's not really an issue. And that's not going to be an issue in this lifetime because there's something about your energy where it just feels very evolved. So I feel like you're just going to manifest abundance in your life. Eventually, it's like once you figure out how to start really manifesting what you want and you allow yourself to tap into that level of worthiness in this lifetime, you'll achieve it. I am thriving. And then it says here, I'm hugged by an unseen protective force. Wow, I haven't even seen this card before. I'm hugged by an unseen protective force. You guys, okay. You know how I was saying alien or like from another world? Either way, what I'm getting is either you were a spirit guide in your previous lifetimes or you've done other work besides being human, for sure. There's something about your reincarnation that's very significant to helping this race of humanity to continuously thrive. Like they are guiding your pathway. So you were very divinely connected in your previous lifetimes. Like the High Priestess energy, you have no problem with, like, you're always drawn to spirituality in every lifetime when you come back because you just know it's the way. And so you're going to find your way every time you're reincarnated because you've already mastered it. And now at this point, you're just kind of here to help society with this martyr. You're just here to help people. So I'm getting this group. You guys are very evolved. You don't have to come back. I don't know. It's really up to the soul. Who knows? It's a mystery, right? This next sticker, it's a mystery. Who knows? I think you're so up for this mystery. You're up for this ride. But some of you guys are very advanced, ancient souls. It gives me chills. It gives me chills to tell you that. But some of you are very advanced, ancient souls. Okay, so let's go ahead and just see whatever they want to reveal through the tarot about your past life. Wow. Yeah, you guys are very supported. So I was getting that sisterhood support. You guys are supported by guides, angels, light beings. It's like you have a distinctive mission every lifetime. I think the past few lifetimes you have like a very distinct mission and you just like, you know what you're here to do. You have a strong sense of purpose. Okay, I'm getting that perhaps when you were young, you had a strong sense for what you've always wanted to do. You're like, oh, this is what I want to do. You probably figured it out. Maybe you doubted the pathway. maybe after you graduated high school, you know, when they set you free and you're supposed to figure things out, you figured it out at some point. You're always going to figure it out because you can't help it. You're so passionate about it, like this dynamite energy with that 5 Leo. You're so passionate about using your heart, and your heart is very psychic in terms of guiding you. You're so passionate about letting it guide you and show you the way. You can't, it's like magnets. It's an undeniable force. So you always figure out your pathway in every lifetime, and you always find your way to your soulmates, and you always find your way towards success. At least in the previous, at least the past 3 reincarnations. Oh my gosh, that's what I was seeing. What is that? Okay, guys, I've never noticed there's a figure at the back of this card. Okay, there's a figure at the back of this card, and it almost looks like an alien, and it looks exactly like what I was visualizing here, and I have no idea what it means. So I don't think the book talks about it, but it looks like an alien. Let me just take a moment. This is going to be a long reading. Get comfortable. Sorry about that. Oh, it says Divine Mother. Divine Mother. You're a divine... Oh my God, I'm getting chills. You're like a divine mother. Oh my gosh. You're a divine mother. You're a divine mother. So, oh my gosh, this is taking, you know how some people say they don't want kids because they're like, everyone's my kid. I'm getting that energy for you guys. So I don't know whether you feel called to having kids or not having kids. There's like an energy about you where it says here, I'm hugged by an unseen and protective force. That's your energy, and that's what you do to other people. That's what you're here to give and offer to other people too. It's just like this unconditional love and support. So you guys very much are here to help people feel like remothered or reloved. That's a huge part of your destiny. Whether you're a masculine or feminine, you're here to help them feel loved and supported in their journey. You know, the mother, she reshapes your moon energy, right? Your perception of yourself. So you're here to help people feel good about themselves and who they are. You're here to help people know who they are and feel good about who they are and how they are. Yeah, that's what that mother, very nurturing. You guys are very nurturing souls, very nurturing souls. So you have a strong pull towards mothering, nurturing people. I'm getting, it's very like divine love. So it's not like you have to have 20 dogs. That's one way of mothering, but I feel like you felt called to remother like people. That's what I'm getting. People who need healing, people who really need healing, but perhaps you're also drawn towards like animals and, rodents of the sorts. Okay, so guys, what would you like to let us know about this group? Let me just what would you like to let this group know about their past life? Okay, we have here her Queen of Swords. Okay, very smart, strong mind, strong intellect. Yeah, I was getting that detachment right away. So you are probably an authority figure of some sort who used their mind to help elevate society in some way. You were helping to, I don't know, arrange business deals, or I don't know, it's a combination of things. Let's go ahead and dive into this further. Tell us more, guys. We have the Lovers card. Yeah, so that's, again, Gemini energy as well as about decisions. Very decisive. Okay, so in your previous lifetime, you were someone who's very decisive about what you wanted to do and having a strong sense for what's right. Your crown chakra is very lit. Remember when I said the mind and the crown chakra are connected, and we have the Queen of Swords is definitely confirming that. I'll show you guys the cards here. Queen of Swords is here. Lovers is on this side. So you guys are very smart. You came back in this lifetime to use your mind, like your powerful intellect, to guide you and show people the way. What else am I getting? I mean, there's 2 women in this image too. It's kind of very similar to the companion. So you guys are natural counselors, or therapists as well. Counselors, therapists. I mean, even though the Queen of Swords, she's very good at seeing things in a detached way. What I'm getting is that you know how to detach in a way that's healthy to make people observe things. And that's why I was saying that earlier. In spirituality, you need a healthy detachment in order for you to thrive. Because if we're attached to everything all the time, if we're too attached to our bodies, then it's hard for us to connect to the spiritual essence within ourselves. So you help people to free their minds, see things from a different perspective. Queen of Swords is my sophisticated, mature, detached woman who people look up to and admire. So I'm someone who's quite fashionable. That's like my Queen of Swords. I meditated on it, and that's my Queen of Swords. She can be quite fashionable or very good at fashion, or in the fashion industry, quite successful. You've always been like a mature, detached guide to other people. Yeah, with that Lover's card, you've always been a really mature, detached guide for other people. So you're actually perfect for people who tend to get quite emotional. You're like the best companion for that. I mean, maybe, or you're the best teacher for those kind of people who get like really caught up in their emotions and lost in their emotions. You help them to detach from their emotions. So I'm also getting, if you feel like you're really detached in this lifetime and that worries you, just know that it's something you just sort of mastered. We'll come to figure out like maybe what you're trying to look to create more of in this lifetime. But I'm getting that this is a good trait and quality. They want you to use this. There's something about the things that you say, the words that you say. You know how to like help people eliminate like the BS, so like if someone's going through a difficult problem in their life, you're here to sift through it with them. You know how to help them set aside the unnecessary things to focus on what's really important. You're the one who's like, okay, guys, get back on task. Let's get focused. We're getting too emotional. We're getting too caught up here. So I'm just getting you have immense respect from other people in your previous lifetimes. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me about the Lovers? Definitely soulmates. I mean, it's all over your reading, so we'll confirm that. We have here 3 of Wands. Yeah, you help people to see the bigger perspective. So you have a perfect balance. To me, my 3 of Wands is my 9th house energy and my Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius is one side, Gemini is the other, but they're 2 sides of the same coin. Sagittarius helps you to see the bigger perspective. Gemini, it's like fixated on little details, like the little aspect or what's in front of them, essentially. You help people to see both and make use of both pieces of information. Yeah, with the 3 of Wands, you help people to see a bigger perspective about what's going on in their life, to be aware. And to be aware of the possibilities. You also are really good at helping people to think bigger. Think beyond their current situation, as opposed to this is all that's going on in your life. You help them see beyond that here. Okay. Who was this group in their previous, their past life? Clarify or more information. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys got Libra. So Keishu can actually be, that's like your past life. It's a representation of your past life in Vedic astrology. And we have it in the 10th house in Libra. Okay. So without question, in your past lifetime, you were probably some kind of counselor or a business person of some sort in your previous lifetime with that Capricorn energy and the Queen of Swords. Without question, they are confirming that you know how to do business very well. The feminine aspect of business is, most people feminines are just much more receptive. So you're a very receptive business leader in your previous lifetime, especially with that martyr energy. Okay. So I'm guys, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that in this lifetime, you're here to do the same thing, but better. Okay, but better. Anything else you want to let this group know about their past life that will be useful for them to know, guides? We have here Temperance, and let's go ahead and clarify this, please. Oops. Oh, okay. The Moon card, 9 of Pentacles. We're going to put that back. We have the Hangman, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so in this lifetime, I feel like this is what I'm feeling like they want you to do. In this lifetime, you're meant to be a teacher, and you're meant to elevate a little bit further. I think in the previous lifetime, you were more of a guide for other people. You show them the way, you help them. You're a support system for them. But in this lifetime, you're meant to be a teacher with this Hierophant energy. And you're here to evolve as an alchemist. So I feel like in previous lifetimes you may have been a teacher, but I'm getting this energy of like you might actually be here to transcend. I don't even know. Because I was actually reading a book and they were talking about moksha, which is about the 12th house. And they were saying that some people, moksha means, leaving your body, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't come back. But they also said that it means you leave this world, but you can go to other worlds. So you guys actually might be in your final reincarnation here to evolve and transcend and complete the transcendence, just for you to go to like somewhere different and experience life. And I don't know, I'm almost getting this energy that maybe this is the final round and you're going to experience something like totally new moving forward. I'm not really sure. It's very interesting what's coming through here. But I'm just getting this weird energy of like maybe you're going to experience a reset in this lifetime, or this is like your final incarnation here, and you're going to reach moksha here, and then you're going to experience life elsewhere, but you're going to start again like a baby or something. I don't know. It's weird. I know it is. But you've always been passionate with this Ace of Wands. And you're here to be passionate again and find that spark. For the previous lifetime, it felt very dutiful. So I'm getting in this lifetime, it's going to feel a lot more fun and a little bit more breezy, easy. It felt like a lot of responsibility in your previous lifetimes with that K2 and Libra and the Capricorn. I think you held a lot of responsibility. And I just got the strong sense that maybe you were very busy helping other people, almost to the point where you weren't leisurely focused on what you were doing. You were more focused on getting the work done, like getting the information to people, helping them to grow. But I wasn't really getting this energy of like, what were you personally experiencing for yourself? I think in this lifetime, you're here to like be very more selfish and pursue more of your desires in combination with everything else that you experienced in your previous lifetime. So it's like you're going to do everything else that you did, but in this generation, and you're going to have more freedom of expression. That's what I'm getting. I'm probably intuitively just like picking up on these cards here because I'm looking at them and I'm like, because you guys know I pull energy better than I read tarot. Sometimes the tarot, it's like I know, but like I know when I don't think about it, which is funny. So yeah, we have the Hangman, Temperance, the Hierophant. So Hangman is like representative of Pisces, Temperance represents of Sagittarius, and the Hierophant is like the teacher, right? Very spiritual. Also Taurus energy, but that's not what I'm getting. That's what you're here to, I mean, yeah, the pleasures of life, sure, why not? And then we have here the Ace of Wands. So I just feel like in this lifetime, what you didn't really give yourself permission to do in your previous lifetimes, that you evolved so much that you helped people and you helped guide them and you were very scientific, but it's almost like God was like, go back and have fun. I almost feel like that. Like God was like, go back and just have some fun. Okay, just go have some fun. Just to make it a fun last round here. Okay, so guys, what would you like this group to know about this lifetime and what they're here to do in comparison to their previous lifetime? I'm curious what they're... Look at that, Pisces, yes! I was right on the money! We get Sun and Pisces in the 5th house of creativity. They want you to have fun. It's like, yes, they want you to be spiritual. Yes, they want you to help people, guide people, and use all your superpowers. You're so smart, and you're such a good support system for people. I'm getting that you've thrived in partnerships or connections, so relationships are going to come very a lot easier to you in this lifetime as well. It's going to be very natural. But they're saying it's like the selfish thing with that Sun in the Pisces in the 5th house. It's like, be selfish. We want you to be selfish in this lifetime and just have fun. You know, you just got to this point where life got so serious and you took on so much responsibility. I'm having so much fun with your guys' reading. I almost don't want to end it, but we do have to end it because it has been a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and end your reading, guys. So that's awesome. Final message here. Final message, guys. What would you like to let group number 1 know about this lifetime in comparison to their previous lifetimes? Page of Wands. Oh my gosh. You know how I was saying they want you to be a baby? They want you to be a baby in this lifetime. Page of Wands. They just want you to have fun. They just want you to have fun. You are like Queen of Swords, High Priestess, very regal, very respected in society. So supportive. You've collected, I'm getting for this group, if karma works like this, I don't know, I'm just using my imagination. You've collected so much karma in your previous lifetimes where you've helped and you've done everything. And it's almost to the point where it's like, why would you be brought back if you evolved, you're spiritual, you opened your crown chakras, you know how to tap into the energy whenever you want. It's like, why would the universe bring you back? Or why would the soul bring you back for this another reincarnation? It's because they want you to revert to like a baby. Remember I was talking about moksha? And Pisces is all about that energy of like accumulated all of that energy. Why is Pisces so spiritual? Because it's that point where you understand that the body and the spirit are one, and it's that point where it disconnects, right? When the spirit leaves the body and you realize, okay, now that I've experienced it all, I feel like there's an accumulation of experiences that you're here to bring into this lifetime. And I'm thinking that this is your last incarnation here. That is what I'm thinking for you, group number 1. Oh my goodness. So have fun. Okay? That is your advice from your guides, my guides. The universe is for you to have fun in this lifetime and to use the magic, spread the magic, and just see what happens. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support. Let me know if this resonated. Bye. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to this reading. If you chose this lovely amethyst, group number 2, then this is going to be for you. So we're going to be looking into your past life, and I want them to give you valuable information about your past life because this will probably let you know what your accumulation of gifts are, and it'll also let you know perhaps in contrast what you're here to experience in this lifetime. As usual, I like to pull energies first, and then I'm going to read with the crystal. Then I will unveil your oracle cards, and then I'm going to pull tarot. Okay. Sorry, I'm still coming off of the first group number 1's energy. That reading, it was like you thought it was going one way, and then it was like, wah! So let me just center myself here. Okay. Guides, dial me into the energies of group number 2, please. Okay, so I was seeing footprints. In this lifetime, you guys in your past life, you made a mark. Okay, I was just getting that you're here to make a mark in this lifetime too. I wanted to say that almost automatically, but I feel like in your previous lifetime, you made a mark. You left some kind of imprint. You may literally have like statues or images around you. You might have been famous, well-known in some kind of recorded book, but yeah, I think you were well-known somewhere in some place that you did something. You left an imprint. There might be something literally about you created something, like you invented something, you created something, or you, you wrote something that's still here. Yeah, I was being taken to the Bible immediately. So perhaps there's something that you created in your previous lifetimes that's still here. Or like people still use it today in some way. Because you were tapping into the essence of the truth when you created it, when you were into it. It could have been, I'm being taken to like Greek mythology. Like you could be like from way back then. Have a lifetime from way back then. And you learned a lot and you decided to record. There's something about like recording information, finalizing it in history somehow, but some part of you or what you created or something that you've created in history, you've been a part of, like it still exists today and people still look to it. You made an imprint on society. Something about like, I discovered this or I did it. Yeah, kind of getting that vibe. Okay, let's see what else I want to let us know about you, group number 2, in your past life. Group number 2's past life, guys. What's going on here? What's going on? Okay, it's been really weird. The previous group too, when I started channeling, I was like, why is it so glitchy? It's like glitchy. I'm not even sure what to say about that, what I just saw. There's something about whoever you were in your previous lifetime, it's like this energy, like, I can't really shake you off. It's like there's something about your presence or your energy, like people couldn't shake it off, or it left an impression on them. It's like, I can't forget it, or it's unforgettable. I keep getting the same energy. Like there's something about you in your previous lifetime that's unforgettable. Why is that? I'm getting this masculine energy, like it's serious and focused and I'm sorry. Okay, I have to like pull into this energy because there's something about like in your past life. Well, I keep getting distracted. I don't know what this group is going on. How do I put it in words? Do you know how when someone important walks into a room and they have like a certain kind of aura and energy and it leaves a lasting impression on you? There's something about your energy where you left a lasting impression on people. It was quite significant, almost like shook. You left them shook. They're shook. And intense. There's something like intense, but it's quiet too. There's like an intensity. There's a quiet here as well. I don't know if the energy is alien. I'm not really sure. I'm getting a lot of sun. Okay, I'm getting strong sun energy. Other than that, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the crystal wants to let me know about your past life, group number 2. I feel like you were a teacher in your previous lifetime. I keep getting that. Yeah, that's like the vibe of what I'm getting from the person. Hold on. Turn that heater off. It's starting to make noise. Okay, I'm getting like, I don't know if you were Jesus or Buddha, or there was something about what you did in your previous lifetime. A lot of people know you for it. Like a lot. Like they knew you like all over the globe, or as far as your reputation would spread or could spread to. You were able to tap into this energy of being unforgettable or legendary, or you were made into a legend of some sort. But I'm getting that there's like a physical representation of your existence as well. Because I keep seeing the shoe prints. It's like you lived here or you were here. So there's like you know how people, not a shrine, but yeah, maybe. There's like a shrine dedicated to you somewhere. It's getting weird. So you may in this lifetime feel called to like a certain place, to go travel somewhere, or to go to study a certain person. There might be someone in history you've studied and you keep obsessing about them. Maybe you feel called to study them. So you might want to focus on that if you're curious about your past life and who you were. But I just keep getting like a very important, prominent leader. I'm getting strong masculine energy, very respected. Almost like there's very little, like people would take you seriously. You would just like move a finger and they'd be like, oh, we have to like, just very evolved. But there's something about being in the body too. Like when I say being a very evolved, but being in the body too, I'm essentially saying that you are very evolved, but there's something about your physical representation or impression that people really liked. Maybe you were some kind of teacher who helped people to meditate. Or you helped them to be in their bodies a bit more. You learned how to come up with some kind of physical exercise that helped them to be a lot more present in their bodies. Okay. Oh, taking forever. Let's see what else is going on with your past life. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing shoe prints. It's the same thing. It's crazy. Yeah, I keep saying there's like you walked somewhere, you did something, or maybe you traveled somewhere. Whatever you did, there's like something about where you were. There's something about your culture, your home, or something about where you were, where you existed. It was preserved. Or you were preserved, or you're like a pharaoh or something. I'm actually getting kind of that vibe. I am getting a little bit of that vibe for some of you guys. I'm getting like, some of you might have led armies. Because I'm seeing like a shark in here. And it's giving me that energy of like, attack. But some of you may have led armies. You may have led, yeah. led your people to safety as well, is what I'm hearing. Led armies, led your people to safety. Yeah, I'm getting strong like warrior energy for this group. You're a warrior, or you fought wars, or you won wars. You won wars. Because there's like a little bit of an intimidation factor here. People really respected you though. Or perhaps you were the leader of your tribe or your people here, and you helped. I'm seeing two people like shake hands, so I think yes, wars too, because war was just part of life coming up. Based off the fear-based ego. But there's something about signing a treaty here. So I'm seeing two people, they're about to sign a treaty to agree to be peaceful. Okay. Very interesting group number 2. Let's go ahead and unveil your cards and see what's going on. Yes. We got crew. You definitely worked with people. Oh, bad health. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you were a doctor. Oh, you were a doctor. You were like a healer, like a doctor. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Okay, your throat chakra is very powerful, and it's probably powerful in this lifetime too. I was seeing the footsteps. Maybe you're a traveler, move in a new direction. That's funny. Okay. We have here South Node. That's a past life. Gemini. South Node, Gemini. So your South Node may be in Gemini. Or the 3rd house. You may have a past life of being skittish. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm going to have to pull in that energy more. Oh, Kali, liberation. Okay. I got to address this group number 2 because it's pretty obvious. We have here Kali, liberation 25. We have your Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. We have here number 17, soul lesson, truth, throat chakra. Do these all kind of look the same to you? Same vibe? Because they are. Okay. So in your previous lifetime, you had a very powerful throat chakra. Very, very powerful throat chakra. So South Node, Gemini energy, in your previous lifetime, you were a powerful communicator or a powerful thinker, the way that you expressed yourself. I'm definitely getting you gave talks or speeches or you talked, yes. I guess I was getting that warrior vibe maybe because of Kali. You may have not literally fought. Kali's very fierce, but that's a feminine fierceness. So it's like you fought, but you fought with words. You fought with your love. You fought with your passion, okay? You didn't actually fight people. But yeah, so you have a previous lifetime of being a very powerful mind, a very powerful intellect and communicator. You probably have books that you've written in this lifetime. I'm getting, because we have, these are all women. We got like women all across the board. So we have your angel lover. We're going to get into that later. Okay? And we have your 3 of these women too. Strong feminine energy coming through. Gemini technically is masculine. Yes, but I think you may have been a woman in your previous lifetime or one of your lifetimes here where you were like Mother Teresa. I don't know, you spoke the truth. You said something. You talked to your people. You let them know what was going on. I'm saying you talk to your people because we have crew in sync, working together as a unit. Leadership. Yeah, leader. You're a leader. Yes, you're a leader who communicated their ideas. I think you helped to heal people with this bad health 31. You helped to physically heal them. So like you helped to give them medical advice about what they could do to help improve. But there's something about your energy that feels very free-spirited. I'm trying to think like what kind of doctor would that be? A hippie doctor. A hippie doctor back in the I don't know, it depends on when you were born. Your previous lifetime could have been the 1900s. So maybe you're at the front of discovering medicine and at the front of working with a team, because we got that leadership. You might have been actually a doctor too. And sorry to say, I don't think there are a lot of feminine doctors back in the 1900s. There may have been a couple. There may have been few, but yeah. You were definitely supporting your people in terms of helping them to give them really powerful information that would help to heal them. Very giving. We have here angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So you were Mother Teresa. There it is. In your previous lifetime. So maybe you feel called to help people in some way, give them advice, help them, be a coach of some sort. You know how to be very in sync with other people and helping them out. People most definitely respected you. We have here lover, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. So in your previous lifetime, you were very passionate about what you did. And you were very in love with what you do. But I think strong heart chakra energy, strong throat chakra, and a nice amount of crown chakra with that Gemini energy, and heart chakra as well. Very lit. You're very good at expressing yourself. So I don't know if you were like a woman in the 1900s. I gotta say, you were definitely not the one who kept quiet. You were the type who was like, no, I don't like that. So, actually, there are a lot of women in history we don't really know about, like Mary Magdalene, and we don't really know what their experience was because men got rid of their gospels, and you can only find pieces and scraps of their representation. But there is some kind of representation of you somewhere. There's like a book you wrote or words that you wrote that were unforgettable. But you made a very significant impression on people. I'm getting that you guys definitely, whatever you did create or write about, it was saved. I think you guys were writers. I think you guys were authors in previous lifetimes here. And you were a traveler too. Maybe a little bit of a gypsy. Well, sorry. I think that term is technically derogatory towards people. Sorry. I wasn't thinking. But she kind of looks like that. That's why I said it. So we have your traveler, move in a new direction. You weren't afraid to travel. You weren't afraid to go somewhere, do things. I mean, I was getting that story of like someone traveling and signing a treaty. But very powerful figure in your community who helped to guide people and just give them the right information. Not afraid to express yourself. So in this lifetime, you probably don't hold back, or you feel not called to hold back anymore. You're just like, I'm gonna say it all. I'm gonna say everything, right? There's like a whole water fountain flowing through this doorway here, this entrance. So in this lifetime, you're like, I'm going to say it all. I'm going to express myself. You have to express yourself in this lifetime because that's something you've mastered. It's going to come naturally to you. You're going to figure it out is what I'm getting. Even if you can't at some point. Social justice warrior. I'm getting that for a lot of you. I think you were a social justice warrior. You helped to, like if you were the one who said women should vote, you were definitely the one protesting in the streets. You were definitely the one protesting in the streets. You didn't care what people thought. I feel like you're the type of person who would be born in certain times where like women can't vote and you're like, that's dumb. Like that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I don't even understand why that's a thing. Perhaps maybe because you grew up like traveling, going to different places in the world where some women actually were very empowered and matriarchs were respected. But you definitely have a past life of being a part of a matriarch of some sort because you came in with a strong sense of self and respect for your feminine energy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see some messages from your past life self. We have here, I eat to fuel my body, not to satisfy an appetite. Wow, so you were very strict with your diet. So you may have been some kind of like nutritionist from the 1800s. Who knows what a nutritionist from the 1800s looks like, but you were very good at, you're the type of person or like a doctor or a tribal doctor that people would go to understand like, what do I eat to stay healthy? Which means that I was feeling that, right? I was feeling the body energy. In this lifetime, I forgot I said that. In this lifetime, you know intuitively how to take care of your body. So you know what's not good for your body and you know what is. If you feel like you don't, I would say tap into your intuition to guide you and show you. But you know. I'm getting strong Virgo energy. I think Virgos are very good at having an intuitive sense for knowing what their body needs. Like they're kind of strict, a little bit detached. They can be routine and detached about what they eat. We also have here, I now choose to be confident in knowing that I provide value to others. Yeah, I think you most definitely provided value to other people. This gave you got a lot of your confidence from what you were able to give and offer to people. So perhaps in this lifetime, the challenge would be just to be confident for the sake of being confident, not even for the sake of, I need to be of value to someone. I think in the previous lifetimes, you're like, well, I'm of value to people. So that's why they respect me. And they most definitely did because you worked for it. But I'm getting that in this lifetime, now would probably be a really good time for you to let go of attaching your confidence to someone else's response to you. Okay. Let's go ahead and see about your past life, what the guides want to let you know about your past life, group number 2. I think you might have been a Gemini in your previous lifetime. I don't know, depending on, wherever the zodiac signs were during that time. But yeah, we have 2 3s and we have the Gemini card. So you might have actually been a Gemini in your past lifetime. That might feel like a familiar energy to you, or whenever you're around Geminis, it might feel like home to you. Okay, so we have your Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so you may have been a Virgo. So Virgo, Gemini. You were a worker. You worked. You had a nice... Okay, so for a lot of you, I'm getting feminine energy. So you may have been a woman in your previous lifetime, or you may have really embodied feminine energy in your previous lifetime as well. Definitely a leader here with this Queen of Pentacles energy, someone who is good all around with taking care of their body, taking care of their finances, but someone who's also respected for what they do. So you were a career person in your previous lifetime as well. You definitely had a job doing something that you were passionate about. Queen of Pentacles have to do something that they're passionate about. They can do something that they're not passionate about, but they're obsessed about what they do in a really cool way. They like it. They have to like it or enjoy it. I just get that vibe. Anyways, a Queen of Pentacles would. Maybe a Knight of Pentacles or a Page of Pentacles, they would maybe do things that they weren't passionate about, or they're figuring things out. But a Queen of Pentacles would do something that she's passionate about. And that's what gives her the status of a queen, because she's so good at it. Yeah. Okay, what else do you want to let them know, guides? Ooh, we got 10 of Cups. Ooh, you are happy. You are happy. Happy as can be. Tell us more about the 10 of Cups. It's kind of like Pisces energy as well. 7 of Pentacles. Tell us more about the 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. We have the Lovers card. Again, Gemini energy coming through. Okay, so in your previous lifetime, you're most definitely... I'm getting with your soulmate. You were in your previous lifetime with your soulmate. Your relationship was very healthy, like very prosperous. What's the word I'm looking for? Very fulfilling. You were in a very fulfilling relationship, partnership, where someone saw you as an equal, essentially. Even if it was a time where men are like, nah, this person saw you as their equal. They saw you as their equal. They weren't fixated on, oh, you're a woman, I'm a man, or I'm a man, you're a man, I'm a woman. They didn't care. They just wanted to be a part of your partnership. I feel like you guys knew how to make it your own. To me, this 10 of Cups, to be honest, what I'm picking up is you guys learned how to listen to each other and make it your own. So you weren't fixated on, well, this is what family looks like, or that's what family looks like. I'm getting that you guys respected each other enough to make it your own. And pay attention, oh, okay, my spouse likes staying home with kids. And even though he's a man, and during this time, man, you're usually the providers, he's really good at it. He's really good at it. And I like working. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But it doesn't matter. I'm getting that you're in a very healthy partnership where someone treated you like an equal, which means in this lifetime, I don't think that's going to be an issue for you. You're probably going to be matched up with a really healthy partnership where someone sees you as an equal. Okay, we have 7 of Pentacles as well. So it looks like you were very realistic in your previous lifetime. You put in the work. You put in the work when it came to love, relationships, and career. Yeah. So in your previous relationship, you were probably with your soulmate. In this lifetime, you'll probably be with your soulmate as well. Your soulmates, your people. Because I feel like you mastered the art of loving unconditionally. I think you're very loyal when it comes to your people. Yeah, I think you brought that into this lifetime with you, and I think it's just easy for you to be loyal because you know how to put in the work. Every relationship requires work. It doesn't even matter if it's your soulmate. You still have to relearn each other in every lifetime and be like, oh, okay, you're a little different in this lifetime. You've adjusted. I have to adjust too. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, can you tell me more about the Traveler? I'm curious about that energy. So we have the Fool. Oh, interesting. So you are a traveler. in your previous lifetime. You're very free-spirited in that sense. You went and did, and you tried different things. You moved places, you went places. I feel like whatever you did in your previous lifetime, I feel like you did achieve some level of wealth or abundance with all these pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe you actually married into a very wealthy partnership, but you also worked for it too, is what I'm getting with the Queen of Pentacles. Works for abundance too. So I feel like you were able to create a lot of abundance, but somehow you were able to afford the luxury of traveling and going to different places as well with that Fool card. Just being free to go, travel, do what you want. And I think this is why I'm getting that vibe of your relationship. It was somewhat non-traditional in a sense, because you saw, like, yes, didn't I say that earlier? Yeah, you traveled to different parts of the world and you saw how other people lived. So I feel like traveling in general is good for all of us, or studying other cultures is really healthy, because you start to see that we're very boxed in. We live in our own bubbles when we just stay in one place and we don't see the rest of the world, or we're not aware of it or learn about it or educate ourselves about it, because you start to see that actually there's a holistic way of living where we can be a lot more in tune with ourselves. Yeah. Very practical, very earthy. Oh gosh. Yeah. And as I'm saying that, the Three of Pentacles pops out. Okay, so again, I'm going to reaffirm you guys were very respected for something that you did. You left an imprint, because we keep getting pentacles. So you did build something. You did create something that's here and exists till today. I want to go ahead and pull some additional cards for you guys and see what clues can you give me about this group's past life. Aw, this is your piece. Look at that. Yeah, I think, you know, it's beautiful. I'm just getting that with that Ten of Cups here. I think you achieved like the height of happiness in your previous lifetimes. That's so beautiful. So now I want them to show us, okay, well, hold on. Let me roll the dice first. Let us know, who is this group in their previous lifetime? 7th house, Saturn, Leo. Oh, nice. Okay, so actually Saturn, Leo is very creative. Very creative people. That 7th house, you were definitely recognized for doing something. 7th house is about partnership, so you actually might have signed up some kind of partnership. I was seeing 2 people sign a treaty. You actually might have signed some kind of deal or partnership to work with someone. Like, let's say, oh, I'm going to be an architect and I'm going to build your building. Or let's say you were working as a doctor. This might, by the way, with the previous group, I said this might be an accumulation of multiple lifetimes, not just one. This is an accumulation of what you've experienced in past lifetimes. But this might be just the previous lifetime or a significant previous lifetime that you've had, or an accumulation of lifetimes. So with that Saturn, Leo in the 7th house, very creative. By the way, I didn't say that with that Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. But I was getting a little bit more of an analytical mind. And with that Saturn energy, that's usually like you're fixed on doing something repeatedly over and over and over again to master it. So there was something that you did over and over again and you learned how to master it. With the 7th house, you could have been communicating something like to other people creatively. Yeah, I want them to tell me more about this energy. Tell me more about that Saturn and the Leo in the 7th house. 7 of Cups. And Judgment card. And the Death card. Whoa. Dramatic. Dramatic. Leos can be performers. With that Judgment and that Death card. There's more to the story here. Can you tell me more about this Saturn in Leo in the 7th house? Clarify this energy for me. It went in the direction I was not expecting. Twists and turns. Twists and turns. Tell me more about this energy here. What am I looking at? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I definitely feel like you guys were some kind of writer of some sort. Because we have here truth be told, and we have here yin. So you were some kind of artist in your previous lifetime. Perhaps like very creative. You did something very creative. That's memorable. Like it's recorded in history somewhere. So it's like it's in a book, it's at a museum, or it's recorded in history somewhere. Something you've created. Something where you talked about the truth. So this was like a very, with this Seven of Cups Judgment and Death card, this is a very in your face, people could judge you for what you were creating, but you decided to create it fearlessly anyways, because you didn't care. Since your fears, worries, tense situations with the dagger, maybe your mice, discord among friends and family. So you were definitely maybe a bit of a social justice warrior here, and you created something. I'm getting a little bit of, this doesn't make any sense, because some of you could have been born after that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe you were born in like the 1910s, you lived to the 70s or something. But like in the 60s and 70s, what I'm getting is like they had, like women were really coming out with expressing themselves. They would use their bodies, they would be in the nude. There's just something about your energy where you just didn't give a dang. You didn't care about the judgment of other people. But you told the truth about, I think, maybe the treatment of society towards a group of people, of your people. Yeah. Especially with that lover energy. Very passionate. It's just like, I'm going to express this. This is what needs to be told. This is what people need to see. They need to be made aware of here. Or you invented something. I don't know, with that truth be told, I keep getting writer. So I keep getting like writer, it's written, or you created something. Something to do with words, or you spoke, or you give speeches. But yeah, with that truth be told, you either created some kind of artwork that was very rebellious and at the society. You know how in back in the day, Artemisma Gentileschi, she was like one of the profound first portrait artists from, I don't even know, is it the 1700s? I don't know. Back then, back in the day. And you didn't really know about her work until later on. You knew about her father, but she was so gifted, so talented. You were doing something at a time. You could have been a feminine who was doing something at a time where, you're not well known, or people won't know it anymore because it's hidden, or not anymore. It's not hidden anymore. You made your point. You made your point then, and maybe they buried it at first, but it came back out because it was the truth. It's like the universe is always going to bring and reveal and unveil the truth, no matter how much people try to deny it for centuries here. There might be something about religion, though, or going against a religion or going against a system. I'm not really, let me see. Tell me more about what this group created in their previous lifetime. Tell me more about the general feel. Temperance. Wow. Another... It feels quite spiritual, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Tell me more about what this group created. I feel like some of you guys were performers, though. I'm getting that, because with this traveler, to me, and I said gypsy earlier, even though I was like, that might be a derogatory term to some people. But it's like, you know how people travel and they go perform, they travel and they go perform, they travel and they go perform. I'm getting that. And you did something that was like a shock to the system, to people. But they liked it. It was polarizing. It was provocative. You did something, there it is again, truth. Oh my goodness. You did something that was very provocative. You might have been ahead of your time when it came to religion. It could have been like a religious experience where you're telling people about spirituality and they're like, what? That's weird. So it's like you were way ahead of your time. You know how, the Salem witch trials, kind of like that thing. But I feel like it was later on in time where it was more accepted and people weren't as scared about it. But you were also protected. That's what I'm getting. In your previous lifetime, you're very protected for being like very religious and expressing your religious perspectives because you did it in a way that was like really healthy and true. And you did it in a way where it's almost like Joan of Arc, except Joan of Arc ended up being killed, unfortunately. But unlike her, Unlike her, you are protected, or you are allowed to live a full life here because maybe you tapped into that energy of feeling protected. There might have been something about you were getting like insights or downloads from the universe that people are just like, what? That's kind of shocking. But they respected you for it. I'm just getting that people almost, they like really respected you and feared you a little bit. You might have been actually quite psychic with that death card, Scorpio energy in your previous lifetime. You might have gave also prophetic truths as well. And maybe you were able to see the future. Maybe you were a psychic in your previous lifetime? Okay. Any more clues about who this group was? No, I'm not getting that. You were some kind of performer, or you spoke about something, or you wrote some kind of book. That was ahead of its time. Okay, in comparison to who they were in their previous lifetime guides, what do you want them to know about their past life that you want to make them to make use of in this lifetime, or the contrast? What do you want them to know? We have here Mars in 6th house in Cancer. Okay, they want you to attend to your feelings in this lifetime and heal them. Mars is about taking action. Mars in Cancer, that's an interesting energy because Mars is very active and impatient, and Cancer is, they do want you to be a lot more expressive when it comes to your emotions. There's something about you in your previous lifetime, you're a lot more mature. You're very mature in your previous lifetime, and you always found an elevated way to express yourself and kind of set aside your own needs to some degree with this angel card. In this lifetime, they want you to do a lot of healing around your emotions. They want you to feel and feel alive. And that Mars is about being in your body again, so you're bringing some of that past lifetime, but they're bringing Cancer to the energy. And Cancer energy can be about the masses. Because it's like mass consciousness. So that's why Cancers tend to be quite famous, because they know what people want psychically. They know what people like. They're very trendy. The 6th house is healing, health. Okay, tell me more about this Mars and Cancer in the 6th house. Yeah, immediately the Chariot comes out. It's Cancer. So we have that, and then the Wheel of Fortune came out as well. So in this lifetime, they want to challenge you to push through certain obstacles when it comes to your emotions. That's what you're here to learn in this lifetime. The previous lifetime, I think it was a lot about like, you're so smart, you're so creative, express yourself, and you can do that again in this lifetime. But in this lifetime, you're being challenged when it comes to your emotions here and pushing past the discomfort of it here. You know, Saturn in Leos actually can have quite a bit of anxiety, like stage fright. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. Clarify this. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. In this lifetime, you are meant to... It's so interesting. So it's like in this lifetime, you're going to experience the same things in a sense. You are going to experience abundance. You'll feel called to it. You'll feel called to experience a lot of abundance in your lifetime to create that. Tell me more about the Chariot. 5 of Pentacles. Wow. That's interesting. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune, please. Justice card. That's so interesting. So you are kind of here to do the same thing in this lifetime. Because justice is about like speaking the truth and clarity. We have Justice, Queen of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're a truth seeker in this lifetime too. Oh my gosh, it just hit me. I don't know if some of you have experienced, like, whatever you've struggled with. This is whatever you've struggled with. That's what the Five of Pentacles is. Whatever lack you've experienced in this lifetime, whether it's finances or relationships, anything you lacked in this lifetime, you're here to overcome with the Chariot card. Because you're here to teach people how to overcome it. So the knowledge is the reason why you came into this lifetime with whatever struggle, whatever your story is. So I'm getting that you kind of did the same thing in your previous lifetime too. Whatever your story is, you're here to tell your story and help people overcome their obstacles telling your story. Whatever your story is. However you were able to achieve success and abundance, you're here to teach people. This is how you achieve success. This is how you achieve abundance. This is how you're here to show people how to do that. And you're here to help them tap into the truth of it all, because you've always been a truth teller. That just comes to you innately. So in this lifetime, you're here to teach people, how do you truly create abundance in your life? How do you truly create success? Or how do you truly overcome grief? How do you truly overcome loss? So you're very powerful. You're very strong. In your previous lifetime, you've mastered the art of communication and letting people know, and also learning how to express yourself when it comes to the truth. In this lifetime, you called to come back to help people overcome some kind of lack, some area of lack here in their life. You're here to show people you can do the impossible. You know how the Oprahs and the that's Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins and the Oprahs of the world. You're here to show people how to do that. So you know how those people, they experience a lot of success and abundance in their life? It's not by accident. It's so they can share it. You shared it in your previous lifetime. You told people the truth. You helped them get answers. But in your previous lifetime, it was about, perhaps it might have been about ascension or spirituality with that Judgment card and that Death card. You might have told them about spirituality. You might have told them about kind of like quantum physics or metaphysics at that time, whatever that was in the 1900s or the 1500s, who knows. You were here to tell people that God existed, basically, in your previous lifetime. You're here to tell them that magic exists. You're here to help them learn how to take care of their bodies, kind of like what Jesus did. Like, don't eat pork, don't eat, what they have in the Bible. Like, that's what you did in your previous lifetime. You intuitively knew that. You knew how to help people live a better quality of life. You're here to do the same thing again, but bigger, I guess. So guys, what do you want this group to know about what you want them to focus on in this lifetime? These readings are so juicy. Aww. Ace of Cups was the first card that came out. Love. Love, love, love for you. Love of life. What do you want this group to experience in this lifetime? What do you want them to know about what they're here to experience in this lifetime? It landed on Cancer again. Moon. Cancer. 9th house. Yeah, it's your emotions. It's about feeling connected to people. You know what that Ace of Cups is? It's about overflow. So perhaps in previous lifetimes, you put your emotions, again, you put it to the side for the sake of the bigger vision, for the sake of the business, for the sake of, I don't know, it could have even been your family. It's like, okay, we're here to work as a unit. You're a team player. You know how to do that. Very good. But in this lifetime, they're like, we want you to feel. We want you to feel your emotions. We want you to be so happy, so elated. For nothing, really. They just want you to be happy. Tell us more, guys. We have your Temperance. Yeah, you're the alchemist. You're here to alchemize. You're here to figure it out. I'm just getting that you... Okay, what I'm getting for this group is that you're here to figure out your emotions and... loosen up a little bit in this lifetime. I think whatever you did in your previous lifetime, it was very intense. With the Death card, the Judgment card. It was very intense. It was very intense. But in this lifetime, you called to relax. So maybe that's like a balancing act that our soul does. I don't know what that is, but it's like, because even in my previous lifetime, it was so contrast to who I am in this lifetime. When I did a personal reading for myself, and I was like, what? I did what? And I'm getting that for you guys too. It's like your soul is trying to balance out your energy. So like in your previous lifetime, you're very like work focused, or you were very team oriented. And this lifetime, they're like, do what you want to do. Go be like a kid playing with go in your lab and just go make music. If you like, you want to make music. Do you want to travel, just have fun? I felt like you traveled, but you did it for the sake of I need to go spread the truth. I need people. I'm a social justice warrior. I need to help people learn how to overcome their fears and da 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 da. And I bet in this lifetime you did that too. It's like, oh, I'm gonna give to people, or I need to tell people the truth, and you felt called to do that. But in this lifetime, I feel like it's through your demonstration. So through showing people how they can overcome obstacles, it's like through you just living your life, and then you're just going to tell your story. It's going to be very natural. So it's like if you write a book, if you choose to write a book, it's going to be a successful book. Maybe some people, it's not the first book is successful. It's like the second or third or the fourth. But for you, you're going to achieve that success no matter what when it comes to spreading the truth, because you're natural at spreading truth. But in this lifetime, it's they also want you to just enjoy life. With that moon in the ninth house in Sagittarius, I can see someone traveling just for the sake of traveling to know about life and God and how the world works, just for the sake of it, not because, oh, I have to go study other people or know this information. Yeah. Let us know if they can tell me more about the bad health energy. Okay. Nine of Wands. Sun card. Tell me more about the bad health. Empress. Ooh, did you set your health aside in your previous lifetime? You might have. Oh my gosh. You know, I was thinking that in your previous lifetime, maybe you were telling people how to be healthy, but your past life self wants you to know how to take care of your body and slow down. Because we got the Empress. Usually that's my self-care card. Okay, so you guys need to take care of yourself, because the Nine of Wands, hard worker. You guys are like natural hard workers. In this lifetime, no. You give to your family, you give to your job, but you need to give to yourself. It's very straightforward for this group. You need to give to yourself. You need to do what makes you happy. Okay? You need to do what makes you happy. You're very good at what you were doing. I bet you're doing the same thing in this lifetime. You want to help people, you want to inspire people, you want to offer so much guidance, you want to tell people the truth, you want to liberate other people, but it's like your spirit is so used to being intense situations. It's like they sent you into this reincarnation to relax, to treat it like a vacation. It's like a vacation. Okay, final message towards what this group should be guided to do in this lifetime, guys, in contrast to their previous lifetime or in connection to it. We have here, Sun card, be happy. Do what makes you happy. Yeah, see, with the bad health card, guys, the bad health card, the Sun card came out because they're like, that's what you need to focus on when it comes to your health, is be happy, take care of yourself, okay? Alrighty, that's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did, because I made it so long. Like, subscribe to support. Let me know if this resonated. Bye. Hey, group number 3, if you chose this lovely Sodalite pendulum, then this is going to be for you. So we're going to look into whatever information about your past life wants to come through, and whatever valuable information you can use from that lifetime to guide you in this lifetime. So, as usual, first I like to pull energies, and then I'm going to read with a crystal, and then I'm going to unveil your oracle cards pre-selected by spirit. Then I will pull some tarot for additional clarifications or inquiries. Okay. Guides, dial me into the energies of group number 3. Okay. Sorry, that was a long meditation. It was very abstract, so I couldn't quite see it So I feel like whatever you did in your previous lifetime, you did something different than the norm, or you did something different than what you was expected of you or your family. It's like you were intentional about going in a different direction than the people you were, like the ideology you were raised around. That's what I was getting. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I can pick up here for you, group number 3. Okay. Very different. For some reason, I wasn't able to really focus on the imagery. Something told me to listen. So maybe you're very clairaudient, or some of you, maybe in past lifetimes you wrote music or created music. Or maybe you heard voices in your previous lifetime. Or you talk to spirit as well. I feel like whatever you did in your previous lifetime is quite spiritual, and I'm not surprised. Even the other 2 groups, they got a bit of spiritual energy as well that came with it. It's like in their previous lifetime, they were openly very spiritual, and this lifetime, it's not a shock. There's a reason why you guys are brought to this and why you're so open-minded, because you've already overcome, like you've already experienced different religions, and you've just come to the conclusion that it's about everything. For some of you guys, I don't know if you were human in your previous lifetime, or I'm not exactly sure how it works. If you can, some people say that you can choose to come back just for the sake of it. But I feel like you have a very powerful spirit team that's around you, and helping to guide you. And you might feel like an alien sometimes. That's what I'm getting. It's like you might feel like an alien sometimes, because I feel like in your previous lifetime, that's how you felt too. Like a little bit different or unusual. But I'm getting that you eventually, some part of you realizes that it's just the way you operate. And it's for a reason. And essentially, you're a child of divine. Like you let yourself, you let the universe start to raise you, instead of, oh, this is what my mom told me to do, so I'm going to do that. It's like, no, you're at some point in that lifetime, and in this lifetime too, you probably figured out, some part of you felt called to understand that you're not just human, you're a soul too, but very ethereal energy. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through for you for this soda light. Group number 2, tell me about you. I just keep getting a merging of energies, and almost like I was seeing a dolphin or a whale, some kind of sea creature. I almost want to say that in your previous lifetime, you didn't really care too much about doing other things. You just wanted to be here. Or you knew that. It's like you weren't too concerned about the material aspect of life. You just knew it would always be taken care of. Or you weren't as interested in it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let me just fix this. Very peaceful. Okay. I'm definitely getting for this group, you are a child of the divine. You're basically raised by the universe. You feel quite foreign and unusual and quite different. In your previous lifetime, the thing is, I feel like this is you now too. But in your previous lifetime, you were like, you felt very unusual, or you stuck out, or you were a very odd kid, or you've always been an odd one out here. And something about you just knew stuff beyond your age or be even on your comprehension as a human. It was just kind of weird. It's like, how do you know that information? Where did you get that information? Maybe you were a medium in your previous lifetime, or you spoke to ghosts, or you spoke to spirits. Getting like ghostly figures. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a face. It's kind of creeping me out. Oh my gosh, I could see a full-on face in here. Oh my god. Okay, this group, I don't know if you guys are, okay, either you speak to spirits. Okay, either you speak to spirit or you speak to, like, you get messages, very powerful insight, downloads, powerful crown chakra. You guys are super psychic, very psychic. But I'm getting that in your previous lifetime, you were some kind of medium. Like, you saw things, like you saw ghosts or you saw spirits, you saw energy. Very different. It also reminds me of, if you've ever seen Daredevil, I'm thinking about the one with Ben Affleck, but he could see, but he would see things differently. He could like see the shapes of things in light, but that's what I'm getting. Maybe you were like a blind child and you could see, you were like weird, like autistic. I'm almost getting like autistic, very different, very unique. Your brain was like created differently, or your energy is just very different. It could see, it can tune into very unique frequencies of energy. That's what I'm getting for you guys. But I'm just getting, you were quite odd because you were used to seeing this energy and everyone else was like, what? You're like in your own world. Okay, let's go ahead and unveil what's going on. I want to know. Yes, my psychic group. You are my psychic group. I found you. Okay. Yeah, quite psychic, but you were pretty confident with it. It looks like you made it work to your benefit, though. Okay. I'm going to pull some more cards for you guys because I'm not getting too much energy. The only thing that it really indicates the intuitive psychic energy here, I'm going to have to pull probably some clarifiers too, is we have your slave, surrendering your power of the choice to divine with complete trust. So you're definitely a child of divine from your previous lifetime. We also have your vampire, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. So you guys were very sensitive in your previous lifetime. Very sensitive, very psychic, very sensitive in your previous lifetime. So I'm getting that you lived a life of isolation to some extent. You lived a life of isolation, like being in your own bubble, in your own world. You're very creative because we have here the gift of creativity, sacral chakra, number 7. You're very creative and you actually made things and you created things that were unusual, but people really liked it and enjoyed it. You had a natural confidence about yourself in your previous lifetime. We have your Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. We also have your solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner will and willpower. You had a strong willpower to just do and create whatever you wanted. You weren't stuck in limitations. You didn't really care what other people thought about you. Kind of like reminds me of like Albert Einstein and how wild his hair was. Like he didn't care. He didn't care what people thought about him. Or maybe he did care and he did it on purpose. You know, I feel like you're the type of person in your previous lifetime, you would do weird things just to make people stay away from you. just to make them, I don't know, sometimes it makes people more curious, but you would just do weird things for the sake of it because you already knew people thought you were weird. But they weren't weird in the way that you understood that you were weird. If that makes sense. Either way, you ended up creating a lot of success for yourself. To me, with this Taurus energy, you know, you were able to create stability, success, and abundance from what you were able, like whatever your creative gift was. Yeah, I was getting music, and we have a musician here. Yeah, I was getting music. So I think in your previous lifetime, you were a very sensitive musician, very sensitive musician, but very willful. And you actually ended up getting rewards, recognition, or your music or your songs. People ended up loving it, saving the album in their iPod. That's because that's your past life, right? iPods were only invented like a bajillion years ago, right? But you were able to obtain a level of success doing what you did. So what I'm getting is that in this lifetime, you can do all of this. You can do all of this. Like you have like a natural confidence about you. You're a performer of some sort. You're also very sensitive to people and in your own world, but you like it. You enjoy it, but maybe there's sometimes on occasion you're like, you hear things, right? So maybe when you're hearing, let's say you write music, like you can hear the notes, and to you, maybe at first you told people about it. You're like, oh yeah, I hear notes and I see colors. You know, like Pharrell said, he sees color, he sees music, like he sees music, and you're like, yeah, I can hear voices, I can hear alto and soprano and but it was like you were like Mozart. That's what I'm getting. So whatever you did in your previous lifetime, you're like Mozart, but maybe they said, hey, that's like when you were telling people, oh, this is what I do, they're like, wait, you hear voices? That's weird. But I'm getting that you guys were psychic, like multi-talented psychics and mediums, because I was seeing people. So you could like not just hear, you would hear spirits, and maybe you figured this out along the way. You figured out that it was spirits, but to other people, they're like, oh, you hear notes, cool. That's, oh, you get very creative, that's cool. You're very inspired, oh, that's cool. In your previous lifetime, you're a lover, a romantic. Aphrodite, romantic love number 2. Yeah, I'm getting like a really nice combination of like a seductive quality, because there's like this mysterious quality to you. You're confident, but you know how to tap into that Venusian energy. So most definitely for this group, performers. I think you guys were performers. Yeah, and I very much a romantic. I'm already seeing, you know, the lute, it's called a lute. It's like a old guitar back in the 1500s when Caravaggio was popular. Yeah, I'm getting that you would play music like that and people would love it. Like you would write poems or poetic songs, like Shakespearean stuff here. I think you did avoid people. We have here 2 Libra ostrich trap avoidance, closed-mindedness, refusing to face reality. What did I say about you as being in your own world? And the ostrich has its head in a bucket. Oh no. So you guys have a bit of escapism about you. The escapism is great for creativity, but it's not good for socializing. That's why I was getting like Einstein. He had like a Mercury in Pisces in the 10th house. Very abstract mind, very unusual personality, but also charismatic. Probably didn't like people to some extent. Probably didn't like himself to some extent because he was unfaithful. Usually unfaithful people don't like themselves. So yeah, there's something about you, like you avoided something. But it's weird because your energy is like very magnetic. So it's like you avoided people, but you were very successful. People really liked you and they liked what you created. So they would honor you. They'd be like, oh my gosh, write the next symphony and the next one and the next one and the next one. So you'd get the work, but you didn't like people. It's funny. We also have your eagle, see from a higher perspective. So yeah, I think just a big expansive mind. Egos also take me to leadership as well. But yeah, I think with that eye, very psychic, very intuitive, very much able to see things in a very unique light. Let me go ahead and pull some clarifiers. And we'll then look into these messages from Spirit. There's a lot of 2s here. So there might be something about connection, which is interesting, because you definitely feel like you're in your own world. Tell me more about the ostrich. 8 of Swords. Okay. Why were you feeling trapped? What's going on? 9 of Wands. You guys were... Okay, hold on. Tell me more about why they were feeling trapped, guys. Oh, that card wasn't supposed to be in there. Where did that come from? Where's the 8 of Swords here? High Priestess. Super psychic. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Clarify the Knight of, whoops. Okay, you got Nine of Swords. Okay. Oh, you had anxiety. Oh, weird. About what? So you have the confidence about you, but you have anxiety about your intuitive abilities. Oh, because you could see things. So you didn't like, it's like, okay, so I'm getting this vibe. It's like when you're around people, you can feel their energy. You can see, I don't know, I'm just going to go in my imagination, okay? You could see like their memories, or you could see, it's like, you know those movies where people would touch people and they get their memories? It's like you're so sensitive that when you're around someone, you can get intrusive thoughts. Like you can see intrusive images and intrusive thoughts of their life, and you're like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it, because your energy was just so like empathic, so open. Very good at what you do, but very just a little too psychic, like too good. So that annoyed you. That would be hard. Yeah, so you did avoid people. You had a lot of anxiety when you were around people. So this is actually taking me to like kind of like an autistic energy again. Like they have, okay, I don't really know how autism works. I think someone says it's something to do with like masculine energy or masculine hormones being dominated in the mom's embryos or something like that. And yeah, so your child needs more of that creative feminine balance to them. But I was watching Tar with Kate Blanchett. I haven't finished it yet, but she's very sensitive to sound. And she operates very differently, but she's also quite confident too. She's very confident in what she does, but part of her can't function or shuts off or shuts down in society because she's too sensitive. And she, at the core, okay, I'm going to be therapist right here. I'm going to be counselor, spiritual coach here. At the core, the reason why we can't handle it has nothing to do with, yes, you're sensitive, but it's a core belief system. That's the issue. It's like the fear of itself that needs to be healed. It's not the sensitivity. It's how you deal with the sensitivity. But because you are very magnetic, there might be something about you just have to do a lot more hermiting than more other people because you pick up on their energies. Okay. Tell me more about the vampire. Yeah. Emotionally very sensitive. They keep telling me about work. The first thing that came out was the Knight of Pentacles, and then we got the Seven of Pentacles. We got Queen of Cups. So quite intuitive, really good with creativity, and very just empathic to other people's emotions as well. What else do we have here with this conflict? Yeah. I think just you have a hard time grounding. You have a hard time grounding around people. We'll get some more advice. Can you tell me about the eagle? What's this about? Ten of Swords, Page of Cups. Is this advice? This is about your past life. Healing and Page of Cups. Tell me more about the eagle energy. What's this about? Again, about emotions. Okay, so this group, your superpower in your previous lifetime, I'm getting in this lifetime too, is your intuition is very powerful. Your emotions, you're very watery. So you may have a lot of water in your chart somewhere. We have here Cancer, Pisces. On this card says Pisces. Cancer, Pisces with a Chariot. We have the Ten of Swords too as well. Can I clarify the Ten of Swords? Oops. Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Eight of Swords loves coming out, huh? Okay, so because the Eight of Swords keeps coming out, again, I was saying in your previous lifetime, I'm giving your past life advice. But in your previous lifetime, you felt trapped. You always felt trapped. This feeling of like, I'm trapped. I'm getting that this is a pattern. I don't know if you healed it in your previous lifetime, but I want to tell you this so you don't repeat it in this lifetime either. You kept feeling trapped because it came to your emotions. Because you're very sensitive, very creative, but maybe part of you always thought intuitively like you felt called to switch things up or do things or be a little bit more selfish. To me, with this Nine of Cups, it's like be a little bit more selfish about attuning to your emotions. So usually people are very overwhelmed when it comes to their emotions because they don't listen to what they need, as opposed to maybe you are a prodigy and maybe you are very gifted and people need your artwork and they like working with you or they like being around you, but you have to listen to what you need. And one of the lessons that you were being called to listen to in this lifetime was, what do you want? What is your intuition telling you that you need to do? And I think the one thing that you were always feeling trapped about or feeling called to do with the Page of Cups is for you to express yourself just for the sake of creativity. Not because someone is hiring you. You know, there's something about like, I'm creative, I'm intuitive, and I just magnetize success to me here with that Taurus. But at the same time, it's not making me happy. Yeah, with that generosity card, the Six of Pentacles, needing to know when is it a fair exchange or when is it a healthy exchange or when should you exchange your resources? Knowing how to put up those boundaries. Maybe there's a fear of like people won't like me or they won't, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and see a message from your your past life self. So we have here, my mind, body, and soul are the picture of perfect health. So from the previous group, at first I read it as that's what they experience. And then I'm like, oh, I think that's a message. So your mind, body, and your soul are a picture of perfect health. It might be letting you know that in this lifetime, your soul's being called to experience health in all areas. So maybe you were financially healthy in your previous lifetime, or maybe your body was healthy, but then you were neglecting your mind, or maybe you're neglecting your soul. So in this lifetime, attend to everything because it's all about holistic living. And in fact, I'm going to make a video about holistic living and understand that everything's connected. You can't deny one part of yourself and just give to all other areas. You can't just be a hard worker and forget to connect with people or forget to eat good. It's all a waste. Okay, that's messed up. But I feel like it's kind of a waste if you don't enjoy all areas of life. Okay, we also have here, my life flows with ease and grace. Okay, there you go. Advice from your past self. Your life flows with ease and grace. See, I was seeing that flowing energy and being a bit different and unique as well. So it's about going with the flow. Okay, guides, let us know who is this group in their previous lifetime. Clarifiers or additional information, tell us. Ten of Wands, hard work. Someone who carried the burden. Two of Cups. Okay. Clarify the Two of Cups, please. Oh, I never clarified the Aphrodite love part. Lover's card. Okay. Well, in your previous life, all the groups have been very interesting around love. In your previous lifetime, you were in a partnership where someone treated you like an equal. It was very loving. It was very kind. It was a very healthy exchange of energy and emotions. A lot of love. So I think when it comes to love here, this is something that comes naturally to you. Maybe you have some connection to like Venus or Libra or Taurus. Oh yeah, you do. Taurus in your chart. Because creative, like you're a very creative person. Usually creative people have a very strong Venus somewhere. But when it came to your personal loving connections and relationships, you were very committed, devoted, loving, kind. You were with your soulmate without question, with this crazy combination of Two of Cups and Lovers card. But I also think that in this lifetime, you're going to be called to reunite with them as well. So tell us more about the Ten of Wands. Three of Wands. Foresight. Okay. You liked traveling, going places perhaps. Okay, so that's the clarifier for the Ten of Wands. Oh. Tell us more about the Ten of Wands, please. Eight of Swords again. Oh my gosh, it's the theme of your life. We got to give advice on this. So 10 of Wands with the 3 of Wands with the 8 of Swords. Okay, very mental, very much in your head. You're like overwhelmed in your previous lifetime. In your past life, you were always overwhelmed. There's just a lot going on. They keep saying with the eagle, to see from the higher perspective. I want them to tell me more. Okay. Sorry. Tell me more about this foresight energy and the eagle. What's going on here? Chaos and conflict. Tell us more. It's that trapped energy again. Time to go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Group number 3. The lesson that you're being called to learn in your previous lifetime. I feel like I feel like they're going to tell you it's the same lesson again. But it says chaos and conflict and time to go. So part of you perhaps feels like I am responsible, like I need to hold the weight. I need to carry the weight. I need to carry this. I need to keep carrying it. It reminds me very much of projector energy. It reminds me very much of my sister, who just tries to be the fixer, the problem solver, and be there and do everything for everyone but herself. And I'm like, no. You're not here to live for anyone else. You're here to live for yourself. So the lesson that you are having a hard time learning in your previous lifetime is like doing things for yourself. You're able to give to your connections, your love connections, and other people, and support people, be there. You're able to give people what they want. You're very gifted. You'll be able to create success for yourself. But the thing that you kept avoiding is the fear of standing up for yourself here. It's not quite standing up for yourself, because that's not what it is. It's like carrying the burden or carrying the weight. Like there's this energy of like you're addicted to carrying weights or having to do a lot or having to, like there's like a fixation or an addiction to I need to struggle. I'm addicted to struggle. So it's like, no, you gotta go. You gotta leave. You gotta go. It's time to go. You have to know when to say no. I knew it as soon as I saw the eagle card. I'm like, are they giving you advice? Advice. Because there's something about you. You're very empathic. It's as simple as that. You're very empathic. She's very empathic. You're very empathic. You know when people need your energy, right? That's why you're very empathic. I already said it a million times. So you're very good at working with people and giving them what they need, but then you have a tendency to neglect yourself. So maybe the avoidance is like avoiding taking care of yourself in the way that you really need to. Okay, who is this group in their previous lifetime? Someone who didn't like people, just kidding. Clarify that 4 of Cups. Again with the moon and Cancer energy. You guys got Cancer. We got that moon, moon, the Magician, and 8 of Pentacles. Very creative. Very intuitive. Yeah. So with the 4 of... Okay, they're just giving me the same energies for this reading. It's going over and over. I think very hardworking, mastery, very skilled, very gifted. With this Magician, the Moon, and the 8 of Pentacles, very gifted. You know how to be skilled. You know how to be gifted. Whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish. You're very good at that. With that Magician, it's like you have all the tools to like create amazing things out of nothing. You're very intuitive about creativity. But you have the same issue popping up. It's like that Four of Cups. It's like avoiding understanding and seeing people, like that detachment, knowing you need to acknowledge your emotions. Okay, so guides, what would you like this group to know? Oh, here, we'll roll this. Who was this group in their previous lifetime? Mercury, Pisces, 12th house. You a psychic? Yes, you are. Oh my goodness, with that energy. What was I just talking? I was talking about Einstein. This is the group. I talked about Einstein, and I said he had a Mercury in the 12th house. In Pisces. Okay, yeah. No, he had a Mercury in the Pisces. Sorry. So you have a very abstract mind. Yes, very creative, very intuitive. Yeah. Genius stuff here. You know how to create. So you guys, 12th house is about the ether. Okay, Pisces is about the ocean. Sorry. You feel everything. That's what Pisces is. Like, I feel everything. I feel everything. So I feel like there's a healthier way to tune into this. I would definitely work with your guides more to tune in that 12th house. I get a lot of 12th house planets. Believe me, I get it. And it's like, it's hard to not feel compassion for people when you feel their pain, right? It's hard not to feel compassion when you see it and you feel their pain. It's hard not to just want to walk away because you can see it. You can see when people are having a hard time and struggling. But I'm getting that you most definitely need to make sure you work with that energy better. But you're definitely some kind of creative artist. You could have created anything, honestly, with that 12th house. It's the ether. It's like you can download any kind of information. The universe will help you to create anything. Maybe there have been points in times where you're like, I have no idea how I created it. It's because you are a natural channeler. You're a natural channeler. You can do it literally without even trying to think about it, honestly. It comes so intuitively to you. Okay, so what would you like this group to know when it comes to advice in regards to the contrast that they experience in their previous lifetime or this lifetime? What do you want to know about what they're here to experience in this lifetime? K2, Aries, 6th house. Clarify that energy, please. Magician. Tell me more. Yeah, by the way, the Magician with that moon, oh my gosh. That's a crazy combo. It's like very intuitive, very psychic. So much information overload. Tell me more about this K2 Aries in the 6th house. I feel like it's just a lot of the advice I already gave you. We have here the Hierophant, and clarify the Hierophant for me. We have here Two of Swords. Decisions. Yeah, I mean, what I'm hearing immediately is that you're here to choose yourself. With the Aries energy, choose yourself. 6th house can be the house of your daily life routine. K2 can be about spirituality, intuition. And I feel like you carried a lot of the same past life experience into this lifetime here. It's like you're naturally creative and you know this, especially if you have any 12th house energy. That's like your past life gifts presented to you. It's your 12th house energy, or wherever your K2 is. If you have any connection to K2, that's your gift. Usually your past life gift. That's what you already know how to do. And this lifetime is about choosing yourself. It's about acknowledging your emotions. So with this 5 of Cups, sometimes this is about processing grief. It's the grieving process. I do want to acknowledge this because I think on my channel I haven't acknowledged this enough. Instead of saying don't feel sorry for yourself, I'm going to say process it. I do say that too, but we've all heard of the 5 stages of grief. I don't remember what they are, but you can Google them and look it up and be like, what are the 5 stages of grief? Like how do I work with that? I think you are here to learn how to process your emotions better so that you can pursue more of your desires and what you want, what you feel called to do. Clarify this Magician, please. It's like control or power. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe your Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're here to be selfish and do what you want and follow your inclinations and follow your passions. And it's so funny because I feel like this is what my channel is dedicated to, helping people do. But I feel like at the core, that's kind of what we're supposed to do. If us being selfish and following our pursuits and our inspiration and our desires align with the thing is, the universe wants us to be happy. The universe wants us to be happy. It doesn't want us to be a slave to other people. That's not why we're here. We're here to know who we are. We were always here to know who we are. Every incarnation, we're here to figure out the same thing. And so you're going to be brought back time and time again until you figure out you're here for you. You're here for you. And the natural consequence and enjoyment of you working on yourself is that you get to have fulfilling relationships. You get to have a fulfilling career. And you get to people get to enjoy what you do. Like, that's in addition to you loving yourself, but you taking care of yourself and acknowledging your emotions, that comes first. It's not a selfish thing. It's a necessary thing. It's a survival. It's for the soul. The soul is here to experience life, to know thyself. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? The most important question you will ever ask in your life is, who am I? So with that Hierophant, it's like, give it to God. Right, with the Hierophant and the Two of Swords, give it to God. Use your intuition. You were intuitive, but you used your intuition to create things, and you used your intuition to give to people because it was at the core of your understanding of yourself. It's like, I need to give, or I need to sacrifice, when really it was just about you needing to figure out who you are. So anything else you want to let this group know about what they're here to experience in this lifetime, guides, besides inspiration and magic, for the sake of them enjoying inspiration and magic? And healing. A lot of healing. We have here Knight of Pentacles. Tell us more about the Knight of Pentacles. We have here the Tower card. No! Just kidding. Oh, surrender. Okay. So when it comes to your work situations, maybe you're a bit of like a control freak. You're very particular about, it has to be this certain way, this way and that way. At the core, empaths who really struggle with giving to themselves are control freaks. It's a thing. Yes, you guys are control freaks. Like, you guys are trying to, when I say control freak, it's like you're trying to fix everything. I'm going to fix this person's life. I got to fix this person's life. I got to fix this situation. Like, there's chaos going on around you. Someone's like, oh, I need help here. And then another person's like, I need help here. And another person's like, I need help here. So you're like trying to fix everything all the time, when really you're just supposed to attend to yourself here foremost, and then in addition, give back. So with the I surrender to the storm, I think they really want you to surrender with this Knight of Pentacles, this feeling of like you need to focus so much on your abundance or growing it. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles, please. Yeah, they want you to surrender it. With that Nine of Wands, it came out again. It's like, stop working so hard. Stop it. It's the fatigue. You're drained. You're tired. Why are you drained? Why are you tired? Because you don't have the energy. Why don't you have the energy? Because you're putting it somewhere else. It's leaking somewhere else when it should be going back to you and feeding back into you. So you have that energy to give. Everything's about an energetic exchange. You're using your energy in a way that's not healthy because you're feeling depleted. You shouldn't feel depleted. That's not normal, unless you're tired by the end of the day and you're like, okay, it's nap time. But other than that, you shouldn't feel depleted being around people. Shouldn't feel depleted. Like, it's the way we're around people. If we're honoring our emotions and we're honoring ourselves, there are going to be days where we get drained, of course. But even the spiritual leaders, you don't see them trying to do that every day. They do that for seasons and cycles, and they give themselves a break. And then they're like, that's it. That's all the intuitive guidance I got for you guys. I'm going on vacation. Time for a vacation. Okay, what is this group here to experience in this lifetime? It's like you're the fixer. It's like, stop trying to fix everything. Just let it be. Let it be chaotic. Let people figure it out on their own. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune, please. Oh, this reading is long. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune, please. Change in your faith. World card. Oh, darn. Fulfillment. I feel like you guys are really aiming for moksha or for fulfillment, or to just experience it all, be enlightened and ascend, so you don't come back here for another incarnation. I think you're trying to do it. You guys are trying to do it with that World card and the Wheel of Fortune. You're trying to do it all in this lifetime, achieve it all in this lifetime. Mental health, spiritual health, physical health. You're trying to do it all. So that's the do it all that they want you to attain. It's like, do it all for you. Do it all for what helps you. Yeah, look at that. Temperance. Alchemist. Alchemize it. Alchemize it. You're here to become a master alchemist in this lifetime. Get it done. Master alchemist should be synonymous for I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Shh. See ya. I'm going on. I'm transcending. That's what they... Okay. I know my extremes. Now I seek peace. Seek peace. Is there anything else you guys want to know? Is there anything this group needs to know, guides, about what they're here to experience in this lifetime? Saturn, Sagittarius, and Gemini in the 3rd house. Okay. Oh, that's like spiritual leaders. It's like really religious people. It's like you have a very specific mindset or way of seeing things or be set in that. That's interesting. Okay. Tell me more about that Saturn in Sagittarius here. Look at that hermit spiritual. What does it say here? I honor my spiritual self. That's what you needed honoring in your previous lifetimes. The thing is, you've been psychic in multiple lifetimes. It's just in this lifetime, you're here to honor your spiritual self. Honor it. Honor it. So you're here to be a philosopher. You're here to be a dreamer. You're here to just ponder. You're here to study life. You're here to think about it. You're here to space out. You're here to go on vacation, take some time off, right? You're here to be a learner of life. So you're not here to carry the burdens of responsibility time and time again. Like, you've done that. That's not what you're here to do. You're here to learn. You're here to be a student of life again. So it's time to demote yourself and stop carrying the weight of other people's issues. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 4. That was so long. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But these readings have been so juicy. I couldn't stop. Lots of 5s, 3s. Yeah. I think that's it, though. That's going to be the end of your reading here. Like, subscribe to support. Let me know if this resonated. Bye.